this sanctuary city that he has created, that he has fostered, and that has done nothing but to create a culture of comfort for people who are here illegally. And that culture of comfort is something that plays a role in this whole thing. If he would do his job, his primary job is to do everything possible to protect the citizens of his city, of his community. It is not to worry about whether or not somebody's feelings are hurt because somebody asks them whether they're there illegally. And if he would do that job, then people in that city would be a lot safer. And I suggest to you again that there would be 3 kids alive today and 1 out of the hospital because this sanctuary city policy would not have been in effect, and people would have been identified had they come in contact with the police in Newark, and ICE would have deported them. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Right,
it works that way other places.
But Congressman, it's not only Newark. I mean, there are sanctuary cities all across the country. And there's a report now out of Los Angeles saying that since it declared itself a sanctuary city 15 years ago, 60% of LA's most violent gangs are made up of illegal aliens.
And 95% of all murder warrants out in Los Angeles County are for illegal aliens after they declare themselves a sanctuary city. It is all over the country. And I have, honestly, I guarantee you guys, it's been 7 years at least that I have been trying to add amendments to appropriations bills to say that no city will get any money under these bills if they continue to violate a federal law. There is a federal law, by the way. Just by the way, there is a federal law saying cities can't do this. There just simply are no penalties attached to it. So I have tried and tried and tried, and this year I actually did get an amendment, such an amendment, on the Homeland Security bill. Now we have to keep it through the Senate, but we have to begin punishing these cities in some way, or it's going to spread all over this country, and we are all going to be in jeopardy as a result of it.
Would you agree with the new Mitt Romney ad where the voiceover guy says immigration laws don't work if they are ignored, and that is the problem with cities like Newark, San Francisco, and New York City?
Absolutely. And, you know, I'm glad that Mitt Romney has gotten into this fray. I know he's doing so because he's attacking Rudy Giuliani, and this is an attack point. And he's got a lot more money than I do to actually make this point. And I'm happy that now almost every one of my colleagues standing up there on the stage running for the Republican nomination is sounding like Tom Tancredo when it comes to illegal immigration. I'm glad about that. But, you know, I want these words to go into more than I want them to be more than just rhetoric. We have got to encourage people to take actions that will stop this kind of stuff, because it is really costing people's lives all over the country. It's not just these 3 poor kids in Newark. I'll tell you, hundreds and hundreds of people die in this country or are robbed or are raped every single year by someone who is here illegally and who has come in contact with the police before and should have been deported.
Well, you're running for president, so if anybody'd like your website, it is teamtancredo.org, and you were just talking about money. I bet you'd take some from anybody who logs on today, right?
You bet your life.
All right.
Good to see you, Congressman. Just ahead on the show, kids these days